Speaking about Bad News Eagles, you manage Bad News Eagles.
Yes, yes. It's an interesting one, right? Because I've tried to make this as clear as possible.
Mm.
I'm not a manager. I don't know. I don't know how to manage. I just try, but they didn't have anyone.
I see.
They had some offers back in Antwerp, where teams were trying to get them to sign within 24 hours a contract that can't even be checked in 24 hours and basically scam them. I did the
Oh,
lunch
wow.
with Banks with Rig on. He told me this stuff off camera. I said, so let me come sit with you guys. Let's see, like, I can maybe help look over this. And basically, I just told him, you're at the major. You need to focus on the games, right? You shouldn't have to do all this extra stuff. So I said, if you want me to, I'll help out. I didn't get paid. I still don't get paid. I do everything for free. I just help them out. I'm doing the best I can. I know, like, Stunner, when he did the interview with Rig on, he, like, made some fun of, like, well, what does Banks do for you? It's like, I do the best I can do because I have a full-time job to make my money for myself and for my family. But it's better than them having someone who's just going to rip them off or treat them badly because they are still young guys trying to live out the dream. So we're making progress. Things are happening. Hopefully we'll have an org for it soon. But it's a very interesting story. And like I always say, like if you look at all my tweets around Bad News Eagles, is whenever they've done well, whenever they've had success, I'm like, this has nothing to do with me. Like I take meetings, I talk to teams, I talk to sponsors, and I help with booking things and doing some basic stuff like that. Everything else, like the team organizes their own boot camp because I don't have the money to pay for their boot camp. They sort their own practice schedule and stuff out because I have to be on the events, right?
Yeah.
For example, they were going to one event while I was working a blast event. There's obviously nothing I can do. I have my main job and they understand it, but it's working out quite well for them at the moment. And hopefully when they have an org, then someone else can take over and do it all properly.
Yeah, because I didn't know at first, but I like looked on Liquidpedia, and it just full on say manager Bad News Eagles, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait.
That's the problem. It just says manager. It doesn't give context. Like I don't even have it in my Twitter bio because I'm like, I don't want people to think that like I'm like, for example, there are people who are actual full-time managers who like Jerome Nyack, who was on G2. That's a proper manager. He's done that for years. I'm just like a friend of the guys helping out and making sure they don't get scammed.
Yeah.
That should be my title.
Yeah, it's kind of cool as well because Bad News Eagles is not an organization. There are not a lot
Nope.
of top tier teams that are like not an organization. It's like just a team that's doing really well and ended up in the HLTV top 30. It's kind of incredible.
It's an insane story. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful story, and that's why we love Counter-Strike. And that's yes, you've got your blasts and your ESLs, and there's very limited way to get into their circuit and get the points you need, but it is possible. And I think that's what B&E's proving. Everyone thought after the first major, you'll never go back to another major. Yeah, we went back to another major. We did even better at the next major. Like,
3-0.
we did well. We are continuing to have success. The crazy thing for us is we go back to online and we're pretty rough because LAN, we are fired up and ready. These are LAN players. This is how it works in Kosovo and Albania. Like they still have these little, like, for example, Synopsy, our in-game leader, before until like not too long ago, he was playing from LAN centers most of the time with people smoking around him, shouting and screaming in their own games and stuff, you know, like, and he's just in that environment still thriving. So these guys, they're ready for everything. We had it where we at this major, some of our bags didn't get there. We didn't have jerseys. One of the players lost his mouse, and like they don't care. They never use that as an excuse. You never hear them say this on an interview. They just run forward with it and they do the best they can. They make it work.
Wow, that's kind of incredible. It would be insane if they managed to win a major. That would be like,
Dude,
you could make a movie out of that.
it's exactly that. It's a Netflix. That's one thing. I'll be involved in that. I'll help get the Netflix deal.
Damn.
Netflix Albania, if you exist, I don't even know. Hit me up. Let's go.
That will be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. A CS:GO like movie or series.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Like, it makes me think of what's it called, the chess series.
Chess?
Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit.
Oh.
But then
Was that real
CS:GO
life,
version.
though?
That didn't happen in real life. But
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I've watched that. If that happened in real
But
life,
like,
that's wild.
something like that, but then for CS:GO. That
Okay, yeah,
would be
I'm with you.
interesting.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I can write something. I could definitely come up with some wild ideas. If you let me go, like, it could be, you know, when they say it's based on a true story and they go and make it Hollywood, I could definitely do that.
Yeah. Maybe in the future. Never know. You never know. It's